see the compact system. If you take a look at that, all the ink is coming out of the compact system. Compact system is dried up. You can lift this handle all the way up. Put that in the home position. And I'm going to wait for my ink system to dry up as well. I see a little bit of shine to it, and that's the reflection off from the press wash that's still in there. System is dried up and clean, so we can shut the press down. The wash-up tray comes off, and you're going to have all this spent ink in the tray. You want to be careful not to spill it. We're going to put that on the ink table behind you, if you don't mind. We're going to clean that by hand, and we're also going to clean out the fountain system now. So what I'll need is that cyan ink that you used, and I'll need an ink knife. So you get the cyan ink.
What's that? It's the ink that you used in there.
That cyan ink is still usable, so we're going to put that back into the can. The neater you can do this, the less you have to clean up. You're going to just take an ink knife and just very carefully get all that ink out of the nip point and return that ink back into the can. The more you can get out, the less you're going to have to clean up by hand. Alright, the ink can and the ink knife get returned onto the ink table. We'll clean those up manually. The ink fountain comes off of the press. All you got to do is lift the ink fountain into a vertical position and then lift that fountain right off. That's going to get cleaned by hand as well, so we'll put that on that table. Now we have the ink fountain roller. That has to get cleaned by hand as well. Press wash. So I'm going to get a rag with some press wash. And the press wash you're going to use to dissolve the ink. I'll do that. I'm going to go across the fountain roller and get that big mass of ink dissolved with the press wash. Fold the ink over into a cleaner area and try and get the other side of that fountain roller cleaned up. And once we get that big mass of ink taken care of, we're going to move on to a cleaner rag. So I'm going to just get some rag to finish cleaning up that fountain roller. You can still see that there's still ink on that fountain roller. Every successive pass of the rag will clean that roller more and more. Special areas of concern are the bushings on the side of the ink fountain roller. You want to get in there and clean real tight against the side of the roller. You can see all the ink that is in the back of there. You want to clean the bottom of the bushings as well. All of those areas, if left uncleaned, can contaminate the next ink color that you put in there. So remember, the better job you do at cleaning this, the less ink contamination you'll have on your next restaurant. You want to do both sides. Both sides of your fountain roller. And that'll take care of the ink system. To finish up the compact system, we want to take these compact seals off. These are the white seals that are on the side of the compact system. They'll prevent your water from leaking out of the side of the compact system. There's a little spring that lifts up to allow these seals to come out. And you're going to see that there's still a lot of ink on there, so we just wipe them down with a rag.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to do both sides of that compact system. When you're done with one seal, you're going to replace it. Move on to the next. Just wash in there to help dissolve any ink that's on there. Once that's cleaned, we can take the plate off of the plate cylinder. I usually hang on to an old plate or two, just for wash-up purposes. You don't want to wash up your press with a good plate because you increase the possibility of that plate going bad. Since we're going on to black ink, I don't have to be as thorough on cleanup as I would if I was going to go on to a lighter ink, such as a yellow or a red or a magenta. You'd have to do a very thorough job on your cleanup. And then we're going to move on to clean the ink fountain. You do that one manually as well. To do the ink fountain, you don't need a clean rag to do this to start off with. Much like the ink fountain, you're going to use a rag to get the mass bulk of ink off of the ink fountain. You want to take exceptional note of these side areas. They're called cheeks. You want to clean them out pretty thoroughly as well. Once you get that mass of sticky ink off of there, you can move on to a cleaner rag and progress on to cleaning the